Hello, it's your boy Lead Fox coming at you live from the Infinite Void. Friends, fans, and observant viewers of the show will know that I'm a huge Disco Elysium fan. I have completed the game as a hyperstellar law official, the biggest communism builder, the cop to art, enemy of the physical realm, the goodest of the good cops. Basically, I did the Hyperstellar Madness run, and it was amazing. Everybody in the world should buy Disco Elysium and do the end times run, where you convince everyone that you're a completely insane person by being completely crazy. Absolutely fun, amazing time. This is not what we're doing today. Today, we are turning our attention to the remaining achievements that I did not get on my good run. Specifically, the unbelievably boring. I have to say 7 incredibly boring things. I have to apologize 10 times. Say 10 traditionalist things. I have to yak about machines. Acquire honor points. Say I'm the law. Hit a low time with Kim, which is going to be a sad time for everyone. Fail to win her back with figurines. Venture into hardcore and win in hardcore. The most difficult of the challenges, the achievements left, I think, is the What Body Challenge. I'm going to be doing a Disco Elysium run where I do not inspect the body at all. Uh, it's it's going to make Kim mad, which is going to be very convenient because that is another achievement. Regardless, let's get started on the saddest cop in the world run. I want to keep my achievements list open because I am interested in finishing this as much as possible. Disco Elysium. Such a freaking good game. So aesthetic. Such chill vibes. But again, if you want to gain experience by arguing with yourself in the rain, I've only played one game where you can do that. It's this one. All right, we can't continue because we're doing a new. All right. There was something I wanted to do specifically for the saddest cop in the world, so we're gonna create our own. Let's see. I think what I wanted to be. So, I think I can go back. I wanted to check these out really quick. So the kicker is I absolutely have to max out um, its perception, or maybe uh, perception. Okay, yeah. So that's that plan. I think I did a bunch of Inland Empire in my original run, so I'm definitely not doing very much Psych at all. I wanted to do Physique because the saddest boy here is going to absolutely have to endure some total BS. Maybe yes. Can we go higher in motor rates? Ooh, we can. All right, this is going to. Oh, just up to 6. Okay. Yeah, boy. This is gonna hurt a lot for the saddest cop in the land. But we should have enough physique and enough motorics to get through it, maybe. Let's see what we can do. So, my signature skill is absolutely perception. Saddest cop in the world needs to see see everything in order to absorb the most sadness. I will set this as my signature skill. Confirm. Saddest cop in the land. Can he get sadder? No. The furries are at home in the mirror. It is their address. Even the clearest water, if deep enough, can drown in it. Begin.
There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore. Ever.
Excellent.
Never, ever.
I suppose I will simply keep
An
on.
inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
Ah, the void. The sad cop loves it.
Yes, it is.
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful, a ball of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing.
Spooky.
There. No ball of meat. No light in the formless nothing. Just nice women. I know you do, baby. I know. Coming right up, sir. Smooth passage. Alright. Nothing down to fuck all, borough. Do you want me to upgrade that to a one-way trip, sir? The song of death is sweet and endless. But what is this? Somewhere in the sore, bloated man-meat around you. A sensation.
Sensational. Hold on a second. I'm gonna switch my capture so it's just the game. So if anybody chats, I can respond. Continue.
Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert, hurting, longing, dancing to disco music.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache.
Help someone cut my head off. It's trying to murder the rest of them.
A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound, a clarion call from hell.
So there you go. Forced to continue to be alive. I love this starting phase. Just a splatch. I'm pretty sure I have a head. I'm gonna take these pants.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door.
Thanks, Perception. Yes, last time I played the crazy cop who warned everybody about the apocalypse and relied on his sort of hidden intuition of... hold on a second. I think I can pull it up. Oh, yes. So last time I was the Inland Empire cop and did solve the case. This time I'm full on into Perception. Apparently there's a secret somewhere that you can acquire with it. But otherwise, just a suck-ass, sad cop. I need to get some achievements. Specifically, I need to say 7 incredibly boring things and apologize at least 10 times. So it should be an interesting show. Here's the shirt. I'll take this. I will check the bathtub. Oof. Lots of booze. I should have sent a poet to describe how rank it is in here.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off.
So masculine.
Hot water sprays from the base, and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
Back off. Too freaked out by my own. Let's see. Got a headache. Not wearing any shoes. I gotta find shoes. Oh, here's a coat. That's good. Coat. I'll take the coat. Talk to the ceiling fan. No? Okay. Oh. Let's see. No tools to equip yet. Oh, good start as a sad cop. Oh, this looks like a shoe. Need a shoe. Shoe, please. Oh. Where's the other shoe? I'm walking so weird. Can I leave? Yes, I can. What's this? I'll take it. Money is good. Okay. Where did I leave that other shoe? Commodore Red. Magnum-sized ball. Let's see. Tore out the tape while the song was playing. Rolling and empty. Jeez, I assume it was me.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
Assess the damage. Even chance.
What do you mean, assess the damage? How would you do that? What are you even trying to do?
Well, I guess
The morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy, but you see the ocean and some war-torn buildings.
I could not assess the damage. Where the heck is the other dang shoe? Maybe I have to look in the mirror before I can get my shoe. Nah, it's a sadder cop if I don't have a face. Yeah, saddest cop in the world is the goal. Apologize 10 times.
Hello,
say 7
officer.
incredibly sad things. I'm not even gonna talk to her. Too sad. I'm just gonna go out and buy a new pair of shoes. That's what the saddest cop in the world would do. Talk to strangers. Explore. No, I'm just gonna politely excuse myself from conversations with neighbors. Is there a shoe store? Ooh, perception pip. What's this? There's no way to get out without talking to Cam, is there? Ooh. Something's working. I really feel like I gotta find that other shoe. Jam in the lobby for just a second. I wonder how the heck you even get to hardcore mode. Going back upstairs. Yes, since the last time I played, they added voice acting to all the freaking lines, which is pretty sweet. Shoot. The one shoot.
Hello, officer.
Let's see. Maybe I can apologize to this lady. Say 10 incredibly boring things.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips. Her eyes are brown, and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28.
I'm just going to leave. I don't want to ask her questions. That's what a good cop would do. A good cop would talk to everybody. Sad cop is just going to try to get out of here.
This fan has 2 chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now.
Savoir-faire.
You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade. What you have in your hand is a truly hideous thick tie, with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose.
I'm definitely unequipping the horrific knot. Vivid imagination. No. Not for our guy. He's a massive twerk dork is who he is.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
Pretty sure I have to get outside somehow for the other shoe. Oh yeah, here's a door. Oh, perception is more. Let's smell the sea. It's making me dizzy. Yes. Give me my shoe.
There they both are. 2 identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited on your feet.
Let's see, how do they fit is pretty boring.
Good, they're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
I only have 1 pip of morale. I guess that means I'm gonna be dropping dead soon. Maybe instead of taking a bunch of health, I should have taken a bunch of morale. But that was, again, I did the Inland Empire run. It's fun. You should do it. Buy the game. Play Inland Empire on it. Not what we're doing today, though. Today we're sad, cop. Alright, I think I have enough shoes to interact, at least timidly, with Kim. Reverso orange place.
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already? Oh, excuse me. Do you have something better to do than lust for sweet syrupy rum and lemonade? With a twist of lemon? Maybe lime? Maybe who cares? Just rum?
I'm gonna finish that thought. Right now. I was gonna say, is alcoholic an achievement? It isn't. I need 11 honor points. How the heck do you even get honor points? Alright. Here we go. Sad
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. On the sleeve of his bomber jacket, as well as on its back, are the same enigmatic white rectangles as on your blazer.
Let's see. Sad cop. Wouldn't shake his
Hello.
head.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he is waiting for your name.
I'm gonna say nothing.
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
No, I haven't. Some kind of misunderstanding doesn't qualify as an apology, right? So wait, I have to say 7 incredibly boring things, apologize 10 times, say 10 traditionalist things, and send the law 7 times. There must be some kind of
No, I
misunderstanding.
don't think so. We should ask him for a rundown of the area, now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews? Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's remove the
I don't like dead
Sure.
bodies.
But did you take it down from the tree?
No.
So, the body is still in the tree, where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should dump it to the owner. After you, officer.
If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
Wait, can I not say, shouldn't I have a badge or something? I don't want to do that. Could I fail my logic there and not do this?
You mean you don't have a badge?
Do I lie? Lying does seem sadder.
Oh, if you didn't have your badge, then that would be very bad. You would need to report it on my shortwave. But since you do have it, we can go straight to the task at hand.
Excellent. So let's do this.
A man in his late 20s with a thin, unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41? Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call, yes?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only...
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
This sounds like something you can use to call this Sylvie later.
You said you just got here. From where?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes... This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective. It's your turn. The body was behind the building. How did we get there?
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there.
And how do we get there?
See that door there? Go out and turn right. There's a big hole in the fence. No need for a key. Just go through that hole and you'll be in the courtyard.
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
We're just gonna slip away unnoticed.
As you blow this joint, behind you, a whiny voice shouts.
Real mature, man. Real...
Just silently leave. Oops. Yes. So what the craziest part about this whole thing? There's a achievement for solving the case without even inspecting the body. So I have to play my detective as totally, absolutely paralyzed with fear about corpses and stuff. But yes, solving the case is going to be tricky with how bad my police officer is at basically everything. But yes, Kim is going to get so mad at me. It's going to be really funny. A splatter of bullet holes line the wall. That's an interesting little clue. But yes, hypersensitive, dumb as... I think this is the place where you get something if your perception is really good. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that either. Perception is super good. I think it's gotta get up to like 12 for this to work. Let's see if I can apologize to this guy.
Bastards! We have a right to work! Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down. Good. We're fighting for a cause here. Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence. Maybe you should ask them the questions, like why we're not allowed to make a living here.
Shame on you!
We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
So do we, Scab.
Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests.
We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were
given a job to do!
But yes, a big part of this playthrough is going to be wasting good chunks of time. I can't really advance the plot by doing stuff like examining the body. So I had to find other avenues, other vents.
What can I help you with? Of course. What can I help you with? Me? I am just a gardener.
She hides it well, but behind the sweat and dirt there is something else in her rigid posture.
Is there?
The quickness of the reply certainly does not prove you wrong.
I am working. I have a greenhouse in the yard there. Well, as you probably know, there's a corpse hanging from a tree there. It smells pretty bad, so I have to take breaks.
Don't worry, miss. We are here to clean it up. You can get to work soon.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Salts? Ammonium salts. Perhaps useful for later.
Excuse me? Oh, well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here. Okay. Since the street sign's messed up? Okay. What do you need? Some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast, but it's broken, I think. Some kind of accident, probably. Just coast. There's a little fishing village there, and a fish market. But that got closed down ages ago.
Rows of stalls under a broad roof, where silvery fish were heaped on newspapers. Water, water everywhere, pouring from the heavens in the shadow of the old church.
I don't know. The abandoned kind? It used to gather every spring, but there's nothing to do there now. Just drug addicts. No problem.
She's very well composed. Back straight.
Of course.
If there's a corpse, then you're going to need those gloves for the autopsy.
This goes really not my style. No. Sad cop keeps his hands clean. It's like touching corpse. Saddest cop in the land.
Life doesn't need to be a struggle. I'll be with you in a moment, officer.
Some perception over here. Oh, shoot. I really have to hit that just the second it comes up. Just flavor text.
The sight of bullet holes stirs something in you, making you forget the lieutenant's surname. The faded marks are too degraded to draw any forensic conclusions. Just chips in the sandstone.
Where? There? Those are old. We should focus on present crimes, from the present century.
Yes, but bullets coming from this direction does prove to be quite relevant to the case. Focus about hot day. The government reads your mind using radio technology. Yes, what a trick to try to beat the game without examining the body. That's going to be quite difficult. I probably already screwed it up somehow. Let's sequence break. Just talk to her right away.
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets.
Good morning, officers. I'm Joyce. Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbor. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
I'm afraid my partner doesn't shake hands. Please don't take offense.
None taken, officer. Either way, I'm glad you're both here now. I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will, gladly.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
It happens quicker than a shooting star. But did the lieutenant just wink at you?
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group. Quite a few things, I'm afraid. The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Of course, ma'am. We should have and this is my colleague from Precinct 41.
He looks at you expectantly. Then it dawns on him.
Oops.
More curious by the minute. Why is that, detective? I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode? I can't hear you, darling. Speak up, please.
I would just want to apologize and leave, but I guess I'll say
oh dear. Some kind of encephalopathic amnesia. I don't even know how to respond. I do believe you, naive as that may sound. I simply can't imagine what you gain by faking such a condition.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
Of course, I sympathize, but I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge.
She's a negotiator. Just float a favor at her. Insinuate.
I will be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something very tangible.
You're in, but expect her to drive a hard bargain.
Reports from inside Terminal B suggest it's a hub for the local drug trade. This is an open secret in Martinez. The Union controls the terminal, so it goes to reason.
They're profiting from this trade.
The company has tried looking into this matter before, to no avail. Perhaps someone with your authority and resources might turn over the right stones. Or you can recover your badge. Though if I may be blunt with you, it sounds like that may be a lost cause.
Detective, a word in private before we continue.
Yes, Kim, what?
This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective. Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and not volunteer us to be her henchmen. This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands. No, if there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we are siding with the Union, or that we are on their take. We'd never hear the end of it. What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done, and demand for her information on the lynching.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samar and Isola into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years.
Ingredients for what, ma'am?
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff. Yes, after they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter, north of here.
Wild Pine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. Do you mean to say the Union also produces the product? Sells drugs, I mean?
We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no. As far as the company knows, the Union does not produce it. They transport the ingredients for a cut. Yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dock Workers Union. Still, every chain has its weak link. The lorries. Someone needs to move the ingredients from the harbour into the city. Once they reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers well beyond our grasp. But in transit, they are vulnerable. Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment.
Her irises are light green, like the river Esperance in bright daylight, upstream where it's clearer.
I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you. We did. On more than one occasion. Apparently, there's some sort of inter-precinct disagreement about whose jurisdiction this area falls under.
We know the company has launched its own probe into the union's alleged involvement. We also know it's come up empty. It's not just the RCM. No one's been able to find any hard evidence.
Well, here's your chance, officers.
She simply nods.
Of course, Detective. Take care.
What's going here?
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked. The door rattles against your knuckles, but there's no response. The door rattles again, but this time you hear an elderly woman's voice calling out from inside.
Stop banging on the door! I'm not letting any more strangers inside. Doesn't matter who I am.
From within comes the faint sound of a broom sweeping across the concrete floor.
Ha! The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here. No, I already told you. Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there will.
Madame, I assure you, we are real police officers.
There is no reply.
Hey, up here, Piggo.
The streets will flow red once more. A great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and see.
The streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep C.
I'm gonna get one of my I am the law points. I guess the perk happens, or sorry, the achievement is when you've done it 7 times. So, I am the law.
Sod off, pigman. Art is above the law.
She turns her head to face the coast and nods disdainfully toward Joyce, performing maintenance on her boat. Hatred, disgust, it's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish features. The woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her. On a first-name basis with her, are we? Piggy's moving up in the world. Pig's not half as dumb as he looks.
Oh no, my cop is at least twice as dumb as he looks.
I ain't no snitch, Pigstein. Go forth and forage in someone else's shit.
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko. Watch your back, ungulate.
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building. You have no clue. It's just a wall. So many walls all over Martinaise.
Just check it out, rather sure.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. You sure are, my man. It's the jam, my man.
The air from the east is thick with the smell of crude oils, heavy metals and other byproducts of the modern era. You could almost taste it.
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight, no explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Yeah, exactly. Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout. Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already. So tell me, what do you need? He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy. Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs. A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees. Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that. Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. They usually get shipped to Grad and the Occident, though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Don't be a stranger.
Let's see. Caravan of cars. Check our thing. Yes. When I do get around to my Never Let Kim Know That I've Lost My Badge playthrough, I'll have to remember not to talk to Joyce super early. Who is this? I'm Philippe III, the Squanderer.
As you look up, you notice something about the statue. There are some odd indentations on the king's chest piece. Something with great kinetic energy seems to have impacted the cuirass, around where the heart is. A bullet? The monument stands high above you, mute and indifferent. What did he do? You have no idea. High above you.
What did he do? You have no...
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her.
Snap.
Wait, she's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone.
Kim's instincts are terrible.
Why? I just told you why.
Basically, everyone Kim tells you not to talk to ends up being important.
Welcome to Rivachol.
This man looks like trouble. You might not want to get into this right now. Plenty of time later.
Let's see. Although I do think I eventually have to go back there and get my notebook out of the trash. I'm wondering how much I'm allowed to get done with Kim, like, asleep.
Scab? I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money. Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife?
I'm exploring.
Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder. Of course, Policia. It wasn't me. You can rule me out. Easier that way.
Yes, if you want to see all the good dialogue options, buy the game and play it. If you want to see this guy get his freaking day handed to him, keep watching the stream. No lockpicking or dark. Oh yeah, here's a chance for me to get abused.
Your body betrays your degeneracy.
Hey.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Al-Ghul. You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick. No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
Gosh. I need you to comply.
Jogging motion. Signs of a late-stage neurodegenerative disorder. How far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen.
Jeez.
You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics.
Ugh.
You dominated lesser. You will be superseded.
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
That is right. You should leave the stage of history with dignity. By inviting bring your troops to the Seminine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al-Ghul.
This is your chance. He's talking. Rip into him with a punch and catch him off guard.
Let's go! Oh yeah! Big fail. Oh.
How did this happen? Your little fist is in his giant hand, and he's squeezing it. It hurts.
You must be out of your mind, degenerate drunk. Say it. I am a degenerate alcoholic.
The crackle of bones. Inside. You can hear it. Your fist cracks in his hand like a ripe apple.
The words to the song have changed. Say, I am a violent drunk.
Your hand twists in his grip and the pain blinds.
Except apologize if that becomes
Still
an
you
option.
press the words out of your swollen mouth.
Good. Now leave before you humiliate your homoerotic organization any further.
Leave. I'll come back tomorrow and fight him again.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't force us into situations where I may have to shoot random civilians, because that won't get us anywhere.
Yes, I'm pleased that Kim is also pissed about this.
I'm not even sure the one bullet my chamber holds would even prick that hook.
Where's my sorry option?
And you're just going to let him manipulate you like that?
Alright, fine, I won't.
Let's think of something else.
I'm gonna totally do it again. Again, I think making promises to Kim and then breaking them is how I get the bad cop achievement. But yes, this game is fun, even if you're doing really bad job. Yeah, you need like a ridiculous amount of perception. There's supposed to be a secret right here, I think. Maybe I can buy something that increases my perception. Probably not, because I'm broke AF. Put points into volition. Probably won't do that. I think getting your morale sapped gives you like a game over or some at least interesting state. So we'll try to do that. Yes, made it an hour into the stream and a half hour into the game. So not exactly
Welcome to
a speed run
Feel
here.
free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
What's that magazine she's reading?
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so... Uh-huh.
A colourful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles. The bottles wink at you in the light. The smokes too glitter in their wrapping. It's like looking into a kind of heaven. Your knees are weak. There, in that dark green glass, all in vain. The great flowing river of warmth, wine, alcohol, beer, alcohol, love, alcohol.
All right, now. Talk to strangers. Explore. I don't think I've managed any apologies yet. It's actually very difficult to apologize in this game. You have to do it 10 times for the achievement. Shiver. Gosh.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. Inside, a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stares at you. Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fish head charm at this time. Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more.
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers. Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
Why? It's not like anyone was killed there. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be so impolite. Just please don't go there. I can't allow that. You'll only make things worse and unleash the powers.
The curtains do seem frail suddenly, not robust enough to contain a slippery darkness.
No! Please just talk to me, officer. Come here.
Lies. Rip them open, we say. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you. As you see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little cage-like trinkets, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
I warned you. You're unleashing forces beyond your understanding.
Do not care about your silly opinions, lady.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little oddly shaped trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked. What if you just break it down?
What if I just break it down? What I roll?
You smash into the wood and see a small crack appear on the doorframe.
Success.
It's going to take one more try to break through to the other side. But you've done it.
You're not thinking of trying again, are you?
I want to apologize to the door. And pass out. Let's go. But I ran completely out of endurance, right? Or was that one not a painful one? I go where I want. You have to say, Kim.
What is this place?
My hand hurts.
We don't have to explore an abandoned gym, you know? Besides, no one's been here in ages. I doubt the electricity still works. We should find a flashlight if we want to go on. There should be one in my kinema.
Some specks of dust shimmer in a faint beam of daylight falling from the window. Other than that, the room is dark.
There's a reason.
Yes, because it's closed. Now let's go get the flashlight, shall we?
I guess. Oh, perception. Another good swim. Sand is dripping. Do what you tell me. I'll do what you tell me, Kim. Forget old thoughts. Oh yeah, so early in the game I don't have any skill points yet. And yet, I've already barreled through a door and lost almost all of my hit points. So, that's been fun. Yes, nothing makes a cop quite as sad as passing out in the first hour of his workday.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. A scent of leatherwork and heavy fuel oils washes over you. A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
Oh yeah, I'm taking the pry bar.
The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand, heavier than you'd think. Cold and heavy, like truth. You feel like you're reunited with truth once more. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids. The handles are long and sleek, Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand. You can do good work with these. Cut chains, locks, and ropes, especially belts. It's robust, weatherproof, and well-made. Police issue, blue. Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers and the radio on its hook. The frequency tableau lights up and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens. Radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant.
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Under the green Prime Line, a yellow saved button catches your eye. I wonder what Kim's default radio station is.
Of course. What is the number, officer?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi slowly begins to tap a little rhythm with his right foot. Quite a lot of time has passed.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you.
Nice.
Yes, hello? All right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out. No question about it.
No, not me. No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just...
Yeah, go on. You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir. Maybe, I don't know. I just know I have to take some time off right now. I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
No, she doesn't have a problem with you. It must be someone else she's angry about. Some other guy. Like God. Trust me, you wouldn't want to be the guy here. You know how it is. Yak, yak, nag, nag. No, you're the guy. You're Lieutenant Love, matchmaker extraordinaire. Help the poor girl out, lest she turns into a spinster. What misogyny? I'm just telling things the way they are. Can't a man be honest in his own head anymore? You have to act, Lieutenant Love. You have to calm that hysteric down. Tell it you've got everything under control. Then go and have a little boys' talk with God himself. Think you can do that, Lieutenant Love?
I'm going to refuse
You're
the
just a
love
gimp.
quest.
What? You want to be more empathetic?
Call was terminated by the other party. Anything else, officer?
As always, it's DJ Mesh and Fellatio, and you're listening to Street Freaks FM, bringing you the hottest, the nastiest, the most vulgar.
A flock of seagulls takes off nearby, startled by the roaring radio. Right away, the lieutenant reaches into the cabin and turns off the radio. He's not looking at you as he says,
Someone must have been messing with the radio, or maybe picked up a random frequency. You wanted the Prime Line, right?
Let's see, I will take this chance to apologize. 1 out of 10.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? 57's over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Close the door. Yes. I guess in order to have that chance to apologize, I have to screw things up. Who made the call? Who made the call? Buy a book. Reading passes time. Possible. Like I said, I want to get my perception up to 12. That's the threshold. Skill points available. Oh, we got the lamp. We can go to the darkness. Do something behind Kisuriki's back, sneak out after he's gone to sleep. Oh yeah, I'm definitely doing that. So we can equip.
It's dark. And the flashlight works a lot better if you hold it in your hand.
Flashlight in my hand. Examining stuff with the flashlight. Ah, this is the spooky zone.
Yes?
I'm trying to talk to Kim. I'm trying to loot things.
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes like some ancient cave mural. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans. Call in, tune out, Wirral Untethered, and Heat Death of the Universe. The full text reads, Heat Death of the Universe is the new black. Another note says, the biggest advancement in role-playing systems since the 30s. Outside, a cold wind wraps the building in its bosom. Snowflakes in the wind. An old woman passes what the locals call the doomed commercial area. She tries hard not to look at the bookstore windows. It's unwise. This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money. It looks a bit like an academic calendar, only much more brutal. As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region.
Looks like they didn't make it.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, see the prod schedule filament for details. This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
A radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside.
What he means is that these things cost money. Why would anyone just leave it behind? This is the Ream Civic radio computer, model RC5120, equipped with a Feld mainframe and a Ream-compatible printer.
Turn it on.
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open. It's empty like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected. The filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment.
Trivial success.
Like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking. A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. Oh no. It was already glowing and now it's also making a sound. It's probably some alien CO-like technology. The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
Good morning. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule? Thank you, and goodbye.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard. Nothing happens. The filament slides out of its glowing nest. This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker, the mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient. Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6, UKV 123.7, UKV 123.9. Some written notes, too. Sparse and cryptic. Unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced. You think so? The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled the Game Master Frequency. A note says, this one can listen in on any station it wants. Looks like a surveillance program. They must have had massive airwidth. These things don't come cheap. Whoever decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks like. A list of names under the stations suggests people across 6 Isolas would be playing. Muindi, Insulinda, Kotla, Grad, Samara, and even Il Mara.
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became. Exactly. This schedule, I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An echo from times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages.
Don't be afraid to say weird things. People are more forgiving to people in power.
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost and the bear's eyes are glowing red. This ice bear is a hyper-carnivore. Be careful. A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun. The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
I think there might be... something to do with the bear. Hold on a second, checking talents.
A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge. The paper still smells of vanilla and chocolate. A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black. It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs, the echo is so prominent, it's impossible to discern what the voices are saying or what's producing them.
What are you doing? Wait, really? We should investigate, see if someone's upstairs.
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting.
Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs. Rummaging around, you find rusty rifles hidden away. Most of them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest, but one catches your eye. A bolt-action model with a fine wood stock, in better cosmetic order than the others. An old Belmagrave rifle, Revolutionary era, prized for its reliability more than its accuracy. The rest are probably Belmagraves too, just too damaged to be sure.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way. Seems like an old bunker from the Revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache. It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come in useful in the future.
Nice. Sweet.
Two cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby. Something close to you dies with a soft electric purr.
Why did you do that?
The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
So I wanted to look inside the machine. Okay, let me think here.
Only the red cable is plugged into the breaker box, while the black one lies neglected. An electric sizzle. The room is slightly quieter now. A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black. You feel something in your chest, an unnatural pressure. It's spreading to your left arm, your jaw. Very, very bad. This is the end bad. There's no shame in surrendering now. We all do. It gets so dark. You don't even see her face, like you always thought you would. You only see pain and fear.
All right. Well, there you go.
Cop suffers final heart attack. A detective lieutenant of the RCM passed away yesterday. His death, though abrupt, did not come as a surprise to those who knew him. He was the heaviest drinker I'd ever met. Captain Ptolemy Price, the deceased superior officer, commented, "That ain't easy on the ticker." He loved his liquor, sure, said Detective Chester McLean, friend and colleague. But I think before he ever had a heart attack, his heart was broken.
Aww.
According to an official statement given by the RCM, the officer was on the brink of solving a murder case.
Oh yeah, I was really just right on the edge of solving that murder case. Okay, well, that's Disco Elysium. That is one way to drop dead, kick a furnace, and have a heart attack. Anyway, thanks for checking out the show. I'm going to be doing some more Disco Elysium soon. Hopefully I can continue or start over or something. Anyway, thanks again, and have a great day.